Between 1977 and 1982, a ghost haunted America's Heartland. He was a phantom who left a trail of unsolved murders before just vanishing. For 25 years, he was nothing more than a ghost story. His cases collecting dust in evidence rooms across Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. The victims' families had only questions, but the key to unmasking this monster was hidden in a single piece of evidence, waiting for technology to catch up. This is the story of how one clue led detectives to the doorstep of a quiet old man with a horrifying secret hiding in plain sight. To understand the ghost, you first have to understand the man. Timothy Wayne McBride was born in Pennsylvania in 1944. His early life was unstable. His father abandoned the family when he was a baby. They moved constantly. When he was 5, he took the name of his stepfather, Krajcir. Krajcir would later describe his mother as cold. By 10, he'd developed an unhealthy fixation on her. The darkness in him started very early. By 30, and he was caught for voyeurism. At 17, he joined the Navy, but that ended in 1963 with a dishonorable discharge for a brutal assault. He was sent to prison, but it was just an education. He earned a degree and worked as an EMT while locked up. In 1981, he graduated from Southern Illinois University with a degree in administration of justice. He now knew exactly how to cover his tracks. Armed with insider knowledge, Krajcir began his 5-year reign of terror. By day, he was a trusted EMT. By night, he became a monster. He was methodical, targeting women in towns where he wasn't known, stalking them from a distance before breaking into their homes. In 1977, in Carbondale, he murdered Mary Parsh and her daughter Brenda. The very next day, he served as a groomsman in a friend's wedding. The list of cold cases grew. Mildred Wallace in Missouri, Virginia Lee Vita in Illinois. He changed his methods to confuse investigators. By the end of 1982, the Heartland killer was a whisper in the night. And then, he was gone. For 25 years, the files gathered dust. Investigators chased every lead, but they all went nowhere. The killer had seemingly vanished into thin air, but Krajcir hadn't vanished. In 1982, he was caught in Pennsylvania for burglaries and assaults. He was already serving 13 life sentences. No one knew that the man in a Pennsylvania cage was the answer to almost a dozen unsolved murders. He was hidden in plain sight. 25 years later, a revolution happened in forensics. DNA technology became the single most powerful tool in law enforcement. In 2007, Detective J.L. Smith submitted old evidence for a new round of testing. This time, they had CODIS, a national DNA database. The system started searching, and then they got a hit. The DNA from the decades-old crime scene matched an inmate named Timothy Krajcir. Lieutenant Polechos, who had been haunted by these cases for years, got the call. Suddenly, the phantom had a name and a face. The detectives finally had their man. They went to the prison and laid out the undeniable DNA evidence. His careful planning was finally undone. Krajcir knew the game was up. He began to talk, laying out the timeline of his horrific spree, admitting to one murder after another. He confessed to 9 murders. There was no remorse in his voice. Who's to call detached memory of a monster? On April 4th, 2008, he was sentenced to 13 more life terms. He told the families, "Thank you for sparing my life." It was chilling. The case of the Heartland killer is a reminder that justice can be delayed, but not denied. Science and persistence finally gave the ghost a face. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe for more true crime stories. Thank you for watching.